Hey guys, this is Chris from AutoAcademics, and today we're going to be taking a look at this 2014 Toyota Tundra SR5 4x4 double cab. Now some of you might be saying, hey Chris, didn't you guys already do a Tundra? Hey, you're correct. We did a nice review on the 1794 edition, but that truck was a little more upscale. You know, it's got leather interior, it's got wood grain, it's got a lot of fancy features on it. This truck is for more of the average buyer, somebody that really has to do some heavy work with their trucks and they don't want to have to worry about scuffing the leather. So let's take a look.
As mentioned, our tester is a Silver Sky Metallic 2014 Toyota Tundra SR5 double cab 4x4. Standard equipment includes an 8.1-foot double-walled bed with rail caps, driver and front passenger seat side and knee airbags, with roll-sensing curtain airbags, as well as remote keyless entry and backup camera. Added optional equipment included 18-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels, running boards, N-Tune premium audio with navigation, deck rail system, and bed liner. Total MSRP was $37,976.
Now as we take a look up front, you'll notice that this SR5 Tundra has just some minor differences when compared to the more upscale Tundras. For example, the headlights are very similar, as are the fog lights, but you don't have the LED daytime running lights down below. And if you look at the grille, it has a gunmetal plastic insert in the middle as opposed to all of the chrome. Now, as we take a look around back, this truck is equipped with the tow package. So down below, you've got your heavy-duty tow hitch as well as your 4 and 7-pin connectors. On the back of the tailgate, you also see that it has a backup camera, which is good to help keep you from running things over. And as we open the easy lower and lift tailgates, that'll give you access to the 8-foot long bed feature that this truck has. And you can also see that it has the Toyota bed liner inside as well.
Under the hood is a 5.7-liter I-Force V8 flex fuel engine that produces 381 horsepower, 401 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission with sequential shift and has on-demand 4-wheel drive with an electronically controlled transfer case. A 430 rear differential with tow haul mode, engine and transmission cooler, heavy-duty battery and alternator, and 4 and 7-pin connectors allow this truck to tow 9,800 pounds. Maximum payload is rated at just under 1,500 pounds. EPA estimated fuel economy is 13 miles per gallon city, 17 miles per gallon highway, with a combined rating of 15 miles per gallon on unleaded. AutoAcademics saw an average of 14.7 miles per gallon during testing.
In back, the passenger compartment of this double cab is a little snug, and you're losing about 8 inches of legroom when compared to the crew cab version. You do, however, gain about 2 inches of hip room, which helps to keep you from rubbing elbows with the guy next to you.
The rear seats are 60-40 split folding, allowing for an almost entirely flat floor for storage, and there's also a manual sliding horizontal rear window with privacy glass.
As we get inside of this SR5 edition, one of the first things you're going to notice is how Spartan the interior is when compared to higher trim levels. That doesn't mean that this truck is lacking for features, however, as it does have Toyota's N-Tune app suite with navigation, it has manual air conditioning controls, and it has 2 12-volt power outlets up front as well. Now, for those of you who carry extra crew members in the truck with you, you can fold up this center console and have a third person up here with you as well.
So now that we've shared some of the features of this truck, it's time to take it out for a spin to see how it drives.
Driving in this 2014 Tundra SR5 double cab has been very pleasant. It has a decent ride, except for when you're going over speed bumps, which that's understandable. You get some reverb and some shudder out of the back of the empty bed. But you know, when you've got a leaf spring suspension back there, that's pretty understandable. but on the road, it's really smooth. It has a quiet ride as well, and that's probably been the biggest surprising factor for me. Now, as you know, we tested the 1794 edition prior to this one, and that one was very quiet as well, but I actually assumed that that was because it had a little extra sound deadening material in it or something like that. You know, it is a more upscale truck with a lot of other luxury-like features. Well, this truck doesn't have any of that stuff. And so, you know, it's nice to know that Toyota has basically built all of the sound deadening material is built into this truck as well. You know, the same things they did for their upscale truck, it's done in this truck as well, and it's very noticeable. This truck has the 5.7 liter I-Force V8 engine. It makes 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. So you got a lot of power for when you need it. It's good for passing, and although we haven't had a chance to really test real pickup duties, I'm sure it's pretty decent for hauling and towing as well. This truck does have a 200 less pound tow rating than the 1794 edition did. So instead of 10,000 pounds, it only tows 9,800 pounds, but that's pretty common as well because this actually has the four-wheel drive package on it, whereas the 1794 was a two-wheel drive package. The extra 200 pounds for the four-wheel drive takes away from the tow. Now, although I mentioned that leaf spring suspension in the back hasn't been very good for speed bumps, you know, you get some shudder that happens after going over the speed bumps. The suspension on this truck is actually pretty compliant when you're driving off-road. It soaks up big bumps nice and smoothly, and you know, even on the road, if you hit potholes and things like that, it just kind of glides over them with no problem at all. I have to admit that I might have misspoke as I was talking about the size of that 1794 edition Tundra that I tested earlier. I talked about how big that truck was and how it barely fit into my garage. Well, this truck, this SR5 with the 8-foot bed, it's just a little bit longer than that truck was. And when I say a little bit, I mean by 19 inches. This truck is actually 19 inches longer than the Crew Cab 1794 edition with the 5.5-foot bed. Needless to say, I haven't tried to put this truck in my garage. So as you can see from this Tundra's quiet ride, 6-passenger configuration, and good pickup capabilities, the SR5 is a viable choice in this competitive segment. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.